Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn what happened to Horton after he found the speck of dust with the people living in it. Okay, so let us see how the other animals of the jungle receive this news and what happens next in the life of Horton. So Horton was talking with the speck of dust as the other animals looked at him. So they could not see the small speck or any person around him, nor they could hear any sound coming out from the speck of dust. So all were thinking that Horton became crazy. At that meantime, there was a voice. That was a humped voice. And who was it? It was the sore kangaroo. Now the kangaroo here is described sore. Why? Because she is always angry. The sore kangaroo was named so. Why? Because she was always bad-tempered. And for anything to anyone, she would be in a very bad mood. If a moose had been talking to some small bird, she would be in bad mood. So this thing that Horton was talking to a very small speck of dust made the kangaroo very angry, and she became in a very bad mood. So she decided to interrupt Horton and speak to him. Humped a voice. It was sore kangaroo, and the young kangaroo in her pouch said hump too. Means the sore kangaroo was in bad mood and the baby kangaroo was also in the very bad mood. Why is that speck as small as the head of pin? A person on that? Why, there never has been. Believe me, said Horton, I tell you sincerely, my ears are quite keen and I heard him quite clearly. I know there is a person down there, and what's more, quite likely there's a 2, even 3, even 4, quite likely a family for all that we know. I think you are a fool, laughed the sore kangaroo. Ha ha ha. And the young kangaroo in her pouch said, Me too. And the kangaroos plunged in the cool of the pool. What terrible splashing! The elephant frowned. I can't let my very small person get drowned. I have got to protect them. I am bigger than they. So he plucked up the clover and hustled away. Through the high jungle treetops, the news quickly spread. He talks to a dust speck. He's out of his head. Just look at him. Walk with that speck on that flower. And Horton walked worrying almost for an hour. Should I put this speck down? Horton thought with alarm. If I do this, small persons may come to great harm. I can't put it down, and I won't after all. A person's a person, no matter how small. Then Horton stopped walking. The speck voice was talking. The voice was so faint that he could barely hear it. My friend, came the voice, you are a very fine friend. You have helped all our folks on this dust speck to no end. You have saved all our houses, our ceilings and floors. You have saved our churches and all our churches and grocery stores. You mean? Horton gasps. You have buildings there too? Oh yes, piped the voice. We most certainly do. Now, the sore kangaroo was the main antagonist of the story. Means the bad person of the story, or the character who tries to harm the small people who are in the cloak with whom Horton was talking. So the bad kangaroo doesn't want to believe that Horton was talking to a speck of dust. So what she does? She tries to prove that Horton was wrong. So she says, I don't believe that there could be very small persons in the speck of dust. Now speck of dust was very small, like a pin. So how could anything would be there and that would be so evolved that it could talk to you? So that's only your imagination. She was trying to prove Horton wrong. But Horton knew he was actually listening. And as you can see, the elephant's ears are way much bigger than the kangaroo's or other animals' ear. So he tells to the shore kangaroo, please don't be angry. Believe me, there are people, and I know my ears are quite keen. Quite keen here means I can hear well. So I heard him quite clearly. So the person who was speaking, I heard. So there may be not a single person but more. So Sore Kangaroo started laughing. She thought that Horton was imagining, and the baby kangaroo also joined with its mom. Then, and the kangaroos plunged in the pool of the pool. Plunged means jumped into the pool of the pool.